Alright folks, what's going on? wdrumz here. We are back doing some more Destiny 2 content. So in the last video, we did complete all of the nodes and the beginning of the quest for the Outbreak Perfected Exotic Pulse Rifle. So here in this footage, I'm going to show you my team and our best run. We did it with over 2 minutes to spare. So the key things to note here that you're going to need to know is the burns. You need to have a team that has different burns covered. For instance, we had two void tethers, and then we did Orpheus Rigs to get our super and orbs back. And then we had a third guy that was a Warlock, and he was on solar with the rift, the well of Radiance, and he had the Lunafaction boots on, but highly recommend you have the Phoenix Protocol chest piece instead to get your orbs up. But the burns wise, very important to know, you're going to be fighting a lot of shanks that have solar and arc shields. The big shanks are going to be only solar. You're going to have arc captains, and you'll have void shield servitors on top of versing spider tank bosses as well that you have to take out. I would say it's incredibly important to have somebody with the Whisper of the Worm exotic sniper rifle for the heavy slot, because that's going to help tremendously with the tanks, especially at the end. There's going to be two on top of the captain boss, spoiler alert. And also we had a guy with Polaris Lance also tackle the tanks, which helped greatly. And then myself, I had the Arbalest, which is the exotic linear fusion rifle that came out for the Revelry event. And basically what that does is it one-taps Shanks. Doesn't matter what the shield burn. That is the key thing that I think saved us 2 minutes, honestly. The key here, though, is just diversity. You want to cover everybody's back with certain elements. So, like, my guy's got a void shield. You know, I got a void grenade, throw it. You know, the kind of thing, common sense. You really just want to work effectively, communicate the best way you can, and try to rush through it without losing your minds or sanity. You got to be patient, but at the same time you have to make haste. And a good time frame I noticed is when we got to around what was it? When we were around 17 something right now for this part, that's really good. If you can be anywhere around 17 minutes and something seconds, it's perfect for this part right here. So to best prepare yourself for this room, because you're going to be doing this a few times, I imagine we did it like 10, there's going to be a ton of solar shanks in here and then void servitors on top of having the spider tank on the bottom. So really be mindful on what you need and be proactive with it to be as effective as possible with your time. And also watch out for all the snipers that are up on the ceiling and all the little handguards. Very important to take notice of, and try to use your tethers and supers as effectively as possible. So right around when the spider tank dies, we were about 15 minutes and something seconds. That's where you want to be. Somewhere around that 15-minute mark, you're golden. You've got plenty of time, so don't stress yourself. You're going to need arc burn for this. I forgot my buddy actually had Risk Runner on, if I'm correct, and I had Delirium on, so just because I noticed there wasn't as much arc. There's a lot more solar and void at first, but then there's more arc later on. So really pick and choose when you need it kind of thing. And there's going to be a big solar shank down there. Take care of that. Okay, this is where it gets really fun now. So we're going to jump down the elevator, and you're going to find a little hole that you have to crawl into. And then this part took forever for us to figure out. You have to go underneath the ship, folks. Underneath the ship is this little path, and then you go and crouch, and in you go. Now, this part took a while for us to figure out, too. You're going to hop up into there. Then you're going to go through another secret door. We're getting there. Okay, so now you want to go right out of that first one. Right down there. Not this one that I'm looking at, but the one behind me. That's the one you need to get into. The other shafts will kill you. They'll just take you all the way down. So, trust me, it took a long time for us to figure that one out, so you're welcome. And follow this path. Now, this is the tricky part that took a while for us to figure out. If you're a hunter, I highly recommend you put on your stompy boots to get that extra jump. Warlocks have a breeze for this one. Watch where my buddy went. Follow that trail down as a warlock where I'm going, and you can just float over here. Now, what happens is you activate a switch right over here that I just jumped over. That will be activated for whoever gets down there first. So you can do it as a hunter. It's a lot harder. I feel like it's a lot easier as a warlock. But just keep that in mind. Then you're going to jump up top the vent. And now this one, when you get up to the 3rd level, this is where you're going to want to go next. You'll have to shoot the little vent, and then you'll just hop right in there. That's 2 right here. See, there's a vent there, but we don't want that one. This is level 3. Boom, right across. In we go. Now, the fan thing is tricky. You have to stay in the center, and you're looking for those red lit areas, because that's where you're basically home free. Then you have to jump back on the center so you don't get chopped up, and then rinse and repeat for all of those red ones. It was actually a lot easier than we thought. Just visually, it's very overwhelming. So you hop up on there, and just go down the red, and you'll go all the way down to the final one, and then you're home free, baby. Woo! So now this part, my buddy went ahead, but you basically, in my opinion, want a warlock, because what's going to happen is they take all of those white platforms you saw on the left and right. You want to use those as a warlock to your advantage and float all the way over and go to that triangular area in the center and then jump down. There's going to be a switch. You hit that and you'll find these platforms that I'm on right now as a hunter. It's a lot harder as a hunter to do this. So I highly recommend you have a warlock to do it. Titan might be easy too, but there's a switch right over there on the right that I passed. Keep in mind, this is the final round, so this is a little bit more stressful for us. Alright, so once you get in here, there is a map, as you saw right there. There's those little red dots. Those are the little switches you have to hit. You need to decide as a team when you drop down who takes the left side and who takes the 2 switches on the left and who takes the 2 on the right. It's very important to figure out. Now keep in mind there's going to be this big machine thing called Trevor that's going to kill you instantly, and you have to hide. There's going to be little areas you can duck and hide for cover. It's really terrifying. I've never been more scared for my life in a video game. So you have to turn around these corners, and each one of those little squares, see, you can see the boss is right behind me. Each one of these little squares actually has a switch. See, right here, which I just missed. Oh my god. Ugh. See, there's the map again. You see we got one switch down already. Now let's try this again. Now the electricity goes away. It's not permanent, so don't freak out. I know there's one of you over there freaking out. That is the robot, Trevor. He will kill you. I'm trapped right now. I might die. I might die. Oh god, I think I die. Forget. I'm good. Okay. My job is to look for the switches. Oh, I deactivated one. Well, whatever. You activate those, though. You have to do 4. Now notice here how there's a green little sign with a little guy on it. Follow those arrows. If you follow those, it'll take you right to the exit once you have all 4 of those marks done with. But you basically have to go through each little square area on the map and you'll find switches. I think I just passed one. See, activate it, turns green, and then on that map that we saw earlier, they actually go blank and it just turns to nothing, which is really cool. And it's a nice way to just see your progress in case you die and you have to go back. But yeah, you want to follow that. See that? You go through the center. Now we're going to go to the elevators. So make sure everybody's together with this and you're going to activate them. These only go up so far, and once they get to a certain point, you have to jump off because then they're just going to drop like the Tower of Terror. So this could be a little nerve-wracking, I thought. Take whatever time you need to equip whatever weapons because you're going to have a couple seconds of just leisure time. Alright, so see how it stopped? There's only so far it goes. So now, just jump up, hop down here. You will die if you don't do something to stop the impact of the fall. So jump, float, whatever you gotta do. See? And then you go right in the center. And then there's a little hole right there. It took me forever to find that. I don't know why. Navigate through here. There's a nice little fan. Jump down. Now, you see this big vault directly across from a little green little diamond. Go near that and the door is going to open. This is the time, folks, where you need to get any weapons you need equipped, because that door just opened because I was in my menu, I'm sorry. And now this is where you're going to fight the boss. So now the key thing here with the boss is, I'm going to lay it out for you. You're going to have the captain in the center, and then you're going to have ads on each side on the corners. So for the first round, so to speak, you have vandals and dregs, and then you have turret guns with the vandals. 2 turrets, 1 on each side. Make sure you have somebody taking those out because they hit hard. So then, once you take out those, then do some damage to the captain. He's also going to be summoning huge servitors. Make sure you're tethering those and doing the best you can to help your team get your orbs back and your supers, etc. And you constantly just want to be rotating with that, okay? So that is the first wave. See how that tether did wonders because it hit everybody. So now you got all those burns with the shanks. Arbalest, dude, look at that. 1, 2, 3, done, done, done. It's ridiculous. Take out those servitors. Now they're going to start summoning shanks on each side. They're going to be arc and solar. Remember, void are the servitors. Take out that servitor, because he's just going to get in the way. The boss is the big thing here. Also, keep in mind, you have to kill everything in this room before that timer runs out. It's just like the Whispers. So we were pretty depressed when we killed the bosses. we were like, oh, we're done. Nope, there was 2 spider tanks left, and we lost. It sucked. All right, you see that? Now the spider tanks are out. We need somebody to be focusing on the tanks while the other 2 people focus on the boss and the ads around. Very important you distribute those roles. Now Shanks are going to be coming from all over in the back, coming out of that like stairway looking area. So make sure you have somebody that can handle those. Like I said, Arbalest, boom, 1 shots, man. If you can hit your shots, look at that. Boom, boom. Amazing, amazing gun. And once your buddy gets the tank down, make sure you team shot that first tank. Take 1 down at a time. It's going to be too tedious to do 2 at once. Also, the Rift is amazing with doing damage with this. We had Lunafaction boots on. Phoenix Protocol probably would have been better, but it really did help us though, because we had constant bullets, as you can see. I mean, Mag Hal was going constantly on my Not Forgotten, so it was pretty awesome. Look at that, spider tank's open, so throw grenades, do whatever you gotta do, just go crazy. But have fun though at the same time. We didn't get that turret, wow, shame on me. But see, that thing could take a beating. You see how much health that thing had? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So that thing's done. Now, tank number 2 is my buddy's job, and my friend and I are going to take out the captain. I mean, look how much time we have, folks. We're at 3 minutes. That's amazing. Practice really does make perfect. We didn't do this on our first try, I'll tell you that. We didn't use YouTube or anything, so it was a really nice treat to be able to figure this puzzle out and stuff on our own. It was really nice. Now take out the final tank. Make sure you get those legs. Look how much ammo they take. It's ridiculous. Nice. So both tanks are down. All that's left is the boss. And there might be a few dregs or vandals still, but besides that though, go to town, baby. Win this, Guardians. You got this. I believe in you. It's just him now. You're almost home. Boom. Done. See, gotta get that last ad, and then the timer will absolutely stop. And then a ship will appear, he disappears, and you get your reward. We did it! Went to the postmaster though. Damn it. Let's do a quick PvP match and I'll go to bed. What about NF and Outbreak? We didn't just do it, we demolished it. Oh my god, yes! Dude, my Calamity was so jealous. Ugh. Hard work pays off though, baby. Ooh. Sweet. I can't believe there's a catalyst. So there you have it, folks. The Outbreak perfected. Also known as Outbreak Prime from D1. So excited to be done with it. We got it the first night with my buddies Jay and Ray. and both amazing guys. So huge shout outs go to them and their patience, their due diligence, their leadership, their passion, just being driven to get this done and helping me as well. And I'm just really thankful for you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this. I know it was a little faster than I usually would do my guides. However, you have to understand, I thought it would be better to narrate in its entirety, in its purest form, which is the best run we did. I felt it'd be foolish to just put a bunch of clips together kind of thing where you could really get most of the gist down. The biggest thing is that robot part. Really make sure you look at the map first so you get the gist of the whole pattern. Choose if you're going left or right, and then you're going to go down the hallway sections and find each little square corridor. And if the robot's about to kill you, hide in that little area, okay? In those little areas you'll see in the wall, you just crouch down, you'll be perfectly fine. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Had a blast filming this. I hope this helped you all. I really do. I miss doing guides like this. It's one of my biggest passions, so I really hope you were able to take away something away from this. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything I missed or if you want to add. Also, check the description of the video down below. I will leave a thorough description of what went down for everybody. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the content, I do have a Patreon account. I'll leave the link down below in the description if you'd like to donate and become a member, Guardians. It's pretty much everything. God bless. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your days, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!